Sidaki heno? Heno dwi'n mynd I sôn am erion I Ynys Môn. Good evening. Tonight I'm going to talk about Ynys Môn. And as we approach this Christmas in the shadow of a new threat, the new threat, Omicron, the variant of the coronavirus that's inflicted such devastation upon our way of life over the last 2 years. Until just weeks ago, there was a palpable sense that the normality for which we've all yearned so much was returning to our lives. After the separation and longing of last Christmas, we were looking forward to spending this year with our friends and our loved ones. After all that we've endured throughout the pandemic, I know how many of you have been looking forward to Christmas this year, and I understand your frustration and despair at the new uncertainties that we face, especially when it appeared that the pre-pandemic normal for which we all yearn was slowly returning to us. Although the threat of Omicron cannot be underestimated, we must remember that this year we're in a very different situation to last year. This year we've got effective vaccines, we've got logistical expertise, and we have capacity. And most importantly, we have that spirit of determination to deliver those crucial booster shots to everyone over 18 in record time. Throughout this year, the UK has delivered one of the fastest vaccination programs of any major economy around the world. We've delivered the fastest booster campaign in Europe, and this experience and the infrastructure that we've developed together will allow us to get those boosters into arms. The UK government is funding our world-leading vaccine programme, bringing protection to people throughout the United Kingdom. And this week, the UK government confirmed an extra £135 million for the Welsh Government to progress the vaccine rollout and wider COVID-19 response. And it's been announced today that the Armed Forces personnel are being deployed to help the booster campaign here in Wales and provide surge support to increase capacity. The best contribution that you can now make to our national struggle against COVID-19, the best gift that you can give to yourself and to your loved ones this Christmas is to get your booster. As my inbox and mailbag over the last week will attest, there's been considerable confusion and frustration here on Anglesey about how to book your booster. And I'd like to use this opportunity to update you on how you can get your jab. Our local health board, the BCUHB, is confident that they can make booster jabs available to all eligible adults in North Wales by the end of December. But we need your help to make this happen. If you're already booked in between now and the end of the year, then you're good to go. There are currently 60,000 booked appointments in place for North Wales residents during December, and the NHS is having to find an additional 230,000 appointments for those who are eligible but don't have an appointment this month. It's therefore critical that if you have a booked appointment in December, that you keep it. Please do not contact them to rearrange, as this slows down their efforts to protect others. If you're housebound, there's no need to contact the NHS. They already have your details and are working as quickly as they can to get to you before the end of December. And if you've not been invited to an appointment in December, you'll soon be able to book one online using the online booking service. The appointments are being released in batches to ensure that the IT infrastructure is able to manage demand. And if you received an appointment from the 1st of January onwards, you'll be contacted via text with instructions on how to book your appointment using the online booking service. And over the coming days, NHS teams will be making 230,000 appointments available online at a range of clinics running right across North Wales until the end of the year. If you book online, it helps guarantee that you'll receive your jab and reduces the time you may have to queue. It also helps ensure that there are correct levels of staff and vaccine available at each clinic. A smaller number of designated drop-in and pop-up mobile clinics will be held between now and the end of the year, and some of these will be publicised online and in the local media, and I'll publicise any that are relevant to Anglesey on my Facebook page. However, as others will target areas of high footfall such as supermarkets, where vaccine supply is likely to be used up very quickly, they may not necessarily be publicised in advance. And depending on the take-up of appointments using the online booking service, additional drop-ins at specific sites may be opened up, and details of these may be communicated at short notice online. This is one of the biggest challenges that NHS has ever faced, and they need your support to ensure that they can protect as many people as quickly as possible. You can help them. Please help them by keeping your appointment if you've got one between now and the end of the year. You can help them by booking an appointment in advance using the online booking service, and you can help them by arriving at your appointment time not early to minimise queuing. You can help them by dressing for winter weather and being prepared to queue, and you can help them by wearing a mask and maintaining social distancing. Many of you have contacted my office to find out where you can obtain lateral flow testing kits. If you're unable to order kits online, you can collect testing kits from the Citizens Advice Centre in Holyhead, from Vimaris Leisure Centre, from the Valley Post Office, from the Menai Bridge Post Office, Mon Good Food in Llangefni, and from the Co-op in Amlwch. For more information about lateral flow testing kit collections across Anglesey, you can also call the Citizens Advice on Anglesey on 762 278. That's 762 278. It leaves me to end by saying Tana Tronessa. Until next time. Diolch yn fawr.